Thank you. That was beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to tell you that this morning I went outside to walk my dog, and I looked out on the yard, and this deer was going across my yard. And, you know, years ago, we would see them all the time, and this is the first one probably I've seen since January. So it was just the sweetest blessing. And then I'm coming to church today, and I'm thinking about how this church community is that for me. It's the sweetest blessing. And I really mean it. It's like this board, we love you all. It just fills our hearts to be here today, because today, Reverend Denise, and you probably know that Reverend Denise and Dr. Judy are in New Orleans, and they're at the Jazz Festival, so they'll come back with all kinds of special stories. I know it. We're so glad. We're so glad. So today, our message will be brought to us by our board president, Michael King. And we are going to, let me see if there's something I wanted to tell you. I wanted to see if there was anybody new here today. Any new faces here today? Yeah? I see you every time. Listen, every one of you know that you're welcomed here, and everybody that comes through this door is welcomed here. And it's just such a joy to be a part of this church where we really feel that we are all a church family. And so it's a great blessing for me. And so today we're going to begin with a prayer treatment by Gregory Fisher. And then Lisa Firestone is bringing us music with Sonia singing. And we're looking forward to that. Thank you. Good to have you.
And good morning. Let's know this truth, that there is only one thing, only one mind, only one heart, only one life, forever present, always in the now, this moment. And I am in this moment too. I am in this moment as well, because I am a part of the one thing. So today, I focus my thoughts, my heart, my energy, my will, my thoughts, always present, always in this moment, knowing that it is the only moment that anything can actually happen. I revere the past. I look to the future with great expectation. And I know that from this place of the present, moving forward, all is whole, all is complete, all is perfection. Anything that looks different than this is a misunderstanding, and I let it go. And I bring myself back to this place, this time, my life, one with all of life, present. I am grateful for this truth. I am thankful for this blessing of presence, the assurance of this moment. I let these words be true. I let them be so, and so it is.
Well, Sonia's getting her guitar. I just want to thank you, Gregory, and just share a bit about Sonia. I met her, I don't know, it was maybe 20 years ago now, when I was directing the band at the Positive Music Awards, and she had won an award. Beautiful song she'll be singing today. And then when I moved here, I got to actually work with her, and we work regularly together. Sonia's a talented singer-songwriter, songs that are uplifting and heart-opening, and I think this first one is something written by Jason Mraz, so you may recognize it, and you are welcome to sing along.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. When asked me to sing with her this morning and told me what the message was. I've been working on a new project, and I said, oh, I know the perfect song. There couldn't be a more perfect song for this message. So here we go. If you know it, feel free to sing along. If this life is one act, why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path when we just want to be free. I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go. What I know I don't know. Living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment. Letting myself off the hook for things I've done. I let the past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I will not do things that do not make me strong, and I believe this way can be the same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know you'll be the living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, and I can't walk through life facing backwards. I tried more than once to just make sure, and I was denied the future I've been searching for. Spun around and heard no more. By living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Yeah, I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, just taking it easy, peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Strong and I believe this will I'm already home. Yeah, I'm living in the moment, live my life. Oh, easy and breezy, and peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment. Thank you.
Sonia Lee, thank you.
Sonia Lisa, that was great. Thank you very much. Very appropriate. I'm Frank Ranch, your board treasurer. I'm glad to be here. My twin, some people say evil twin, is supposed to be doing the announcements with me, but she is going to be taking Stephanie Helmy's place later. So I thank you all for being here. And the first announcement is, there we go, Celebration Sunday. So anybody has any birthdays this month in May? Could you put your hands up, stand up? Stand up, Brenda, come on, stand up. We're going to sing a little happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy, more?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. And next, we're going to hear Alyssa talking about the Youth Ministry Bakery Sale and how all that went. Come on up, Youth Ministry.
Good morning, Unity. We are your youth ministry, and we came up to tell you a very big thank you for all that you brought. All the wonderful baked goods. You can see some pictures of us here celebrating at Nashville Chooses Peace. We had youth and families volunteering, making coffee, making fresh lemonade, and we are very pleased to announce that we counted up all the earnings in our classroom last week, and it totaled $71. We are holding the vision that we will quintuple that next year. We're very excited, and we thank you so much. Next, we wanted to tell you that we are thrilled to announce our Mother's Day initiative was a wonderful success. We asked our own youth ministry, where she lead volunteer teacher, Miss Mandy Whitley, to contribute her incredible skills and talent set here at Unity. And she brought in, mothers of entirely different iterations. Dog moms, moms of adult children, grandmas, all generations came, and they photographed right here on our land. And you'll see out front at the table, if you decide you want to sign up and you are just so moved by these amazing pictures like we are, you're welcome to join us. So thank you so much. And here's to the Divine Mother within us all.
And we did, for Nashville Chooses Peace, I want to thank Stacy and also Alyssa again for taking the food that we collected for Second Harvest. It was 136 pounds of food. So thank you all very much. We also had a fair amount of donations as well directly from the Venmo, so thank you all for who donated as well. And if we go to the next slide, conscious conversations. So this is, a lot of people had great thoughts and ideas, and it reminded me of a couple of thoughts I had when Alyssa came up. So we're going to talk about that on the 17th after church. So make sure you make your list of things you think that we can improve and do better, because this is the first year, and I'm sure we can do even a better job in next years and forward. So very excited about that, and make sure you have your list and ready to go. We also are having on the 24th, the week after that, the Healing Gong Workshop from 1 to 3, and Junior Bernard's going to lead that, and I think that's going to be all three. Awesome, and it'll be on a love offering basis. And Mother's Day Luncheon on May the 10th with the Divine Feminine, and really something I think is going to be great for all of us to be able to have, and I know some of the people are going to be providing roses for all the mothers as well, so we'll have that for you. But I want the whole congregation to stand up for a second. Everybody stand up. When you hear something about when people are doing things, you think, okay, well, they just do it, right? Well, Michael's probably given us food now 30, 40, maybe 50 times. So, well, and I hear from some people, they go, well, yeah, but Michael's doing great. But you don't understand what sacrificial giving is, and Michael does. His biggest restaurant closed over a year ago. He's building 2 other restaurants he's financing out of his pocket. But yet he's still giving us food almost every week. It's unbelievable. So thank you so much, Michael.
One more.
I was getting carried. I was so ready to meet and greet, I couldn't stand it. So one of the things Michael was talking about in his pitch this morning is this is the moment. And to me, I love that line about you can't live life walking backwards because you're living in the past or the future's not unfolded yet. You have to live in the right now. So I want you to meet and greet, look somebody deeply in the eyes and say that I see you in the present moment right this minute. All right?
That's fantastic.
All right, we got another beautiful song from Sonia. Sonia?
Wildflowers. All right. Would you like to say anything?
Well, this is a song that I wrote. Actually, this is a song that I sang at the Posy Awards where Lisa and I first met, as she mentioned earlier. And the way I thought of this song was I was sitting in a doctor's office, and on the wall was a sign, a quote from Mother Teresa, and it said, "We can do no great things, only small things with great love." And I love that because what is small for one person may mean a great lot to somebody else. And so myself, Susanna Spring, who no longer lives in Nashville, wrote this together. It's called Wildflowers in the Grass. Spent a lot of time chasing what I wanted, but what I wanted always changed in time. It was my life, and I would not be persuaded from walking down the hard way to getting what was mine. But oh, I wanna be remembered, not for what I have, but for who I have become. Every path that you're on, as you move on through your life, learn to laugh when you're wrong. Try to make it right. Walk in beauty, walk in grace. Make a difference in this place. Leave something growing everywhere you pass, like wildflowers in the grass. I try to spend a little time doing something I believe in. That's the freedom that money can't get by. I find peace of mind in being where I'm needed. Giving from my heart, it doesn't cost much to be kind. And all the greatest souls are humble. They have been my teachers. I have met them everywhere. And every path that you're on, as you move all through your life, learn to laugh when you're wrong. Try to make it right. Walk in beauty, walk in grace. Make a difference in this place. Leave something growing everywhere you pass, like wildflowers in the grass. Ooh. Every path that you're on, as you move on through your life, learn to laugh when you're wrong. Try to make it right. Walk in beauty, walk in grace. Make a difference in this place. Leave something growing everywhere you pass, like wildflowers in the grass. Flowers in the grass. Make a difference in this place. Walk in beauty, walk in grace. Flowers in the grass. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful song, Sonia. Walk in beauty, walk in grace. My name is Brian Holmes, and it's a pleasure to serve as one of your Unity chaplains. This is a reading from Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, a book that the men's group spent more time on than any other book they've read. As soon as you honor the present moment, all happiness and struggle dissolves, and life begins to flow with joy and ease. When you act out of the present moment awareness, whatever you do becomes imbued with a sense of quality, care, and love, even the most simple action. When the compulsive striving away from the now ceases, the joy of being flows into everything you do. The moment your attention turns to the now, you feel a presence, a stillness, a peace. You no longer depend on the future for fulfillment and satisfaction. You don't look to it for salvation. Therefore, you are not attached to the results. Neither failure nor success has the power to change your inner state of being. You have found the life underneath your life situation. You don't speak permanency where it cannot be found. You don't demand that situations, conditions, places, or people should make you happy, and then suffer when they don't live up to your expectations. Everything is honored, but nothing matters. Forms are born and die, yet you are aware of the eternal underneath the forms. You know that nothing real can be threatened. When this is your state of being, how can you not succeed? You have already succeeded.
Let's prepare for our meditation. If you just close your eyes, rest your feet on the ground, feel the bench support you, and just relax. Take a deep breath in. Just breathe it in. Hold it and release. Again, breathe in and let it go. Let your body soften. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind be still. Bring your awareness to the right here, right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Just this space. Just this breath. Silently say to yourself, this is the moment. Feel those words, not as something you say, but as something as you enter. This is the moment you come back to yourself. This is the moment you release what you've been carrying. This is the moment you stop striving and start being. This is the moment. The moment is not ahead of you. It is here, already whole, already complete. There is nothing missing, nothing to fix in this breath. Let that settle in like still water, like a quiet light. This is the moment you trust. You allow, you receive peace. Breathe in. This is the moment. Let go, let God, and be still. For you are here specifically, this moment, this time, this place, with these people, in this incredible sanctuary of peace and of communion, of confidence and security. Give yourself permission to just be as we sing our meditation song.
May the peace that passes all understanding fill my heart each day. May it overflow everywhere I go. It's a gift to give away. Share peace. Share peace. Share peace. Share peace. Share peace. I share peace. Share peace. Share peace.
Thank you, Jill. Oh, I've waited for this moment. Go, Frank, go. I only did it because I wanted to have this microphone so close to my mouth. I also know, do you have me on? Yeah. I learned this early in life that as a speaker, you really have to dress. And the reason for that is if you don't like the speaking, you have something to look at. So the pilot took 4 of his students up on the plane on a Sunday afternoon. Everything was going good until it didn't. Pilot comes out, the plane's starting to act up, it's starting to go down. The pilot said, I'm jumping, there's 3 parachutes, good luck, and he was gone. Yes, you'll know the joke in just a minute. So then Liz comes up and says, I'm a doctor. Doctors save people. I need to go, and she jumped. Frank showed up. I'm an attorney, and attorneys know everything. We are important, and there he goes. Then Father Frank looked at little Trey and said to, I am old. Take my parachute and jump and be well. And Trey looked at Father and said, no need, Father. The smartest man in the world just took off with my backpack. You get it? Brian, backpack, wasn't the... I don't know where that picture came from, but I sure like it. 1970s. I want to click a couple things because everything that I thought we were supposed to talk to today is not happening, because as I was driving up, I realized that none of this mattered, that I needed to speak from the heart. I was going to talk about Out on the Limb. I was mentioning about Shirley MacLaine, Out on the Limb, and 3 of the things that I lived by was awakening to the higher consciousness. I read that book when I started coming to Unity. That's what got me started here. It was pretty amazing. It was pretty emotional. I remember the day I came, Patricia Ryder, who was, some of you will know Patricia Ryder, was auditioning to be the minister. And I remember her talking about laws of prosperity and laws of wisdom and understanding. I didn't know anything about it because I had only been, I think, chapter 3 or chapter 4, and me and Shirley were getting like this, and I was like, I need to get through this book. Another thing she had mentioned was self-discovery, inner truth. I was going through a time at that time where no one likes to look at inner truth and what was happening, and it was pretty dark. It was the dark time of the soul. But I found this warmth being in this sanctuary because I realized as we were growing, everyone else was in time of dark soul, right? This is in the late 80s going into the 90s. Our children's program, we had 80, 90 children, if you remember. Every Sunday, the place was packed. We added the parking lot in the back. We added the parking lot up here. We were exploding. And I felt that peace. Even though my life was a mess, I felt that peace. And one of the things they were talking about is reincarnation and soul growth. Whether you believe in it or not, I'm not here to convince you either way. But what I'm here to say is that it gave me an opportunity to look something else. Maybe I am coming back. Maybe I don't come back. Maybe won't that be fun? But I resisted it because I said, I don't want to come back. I want to get this story straight this time. Life was too hard at that point. And I'm thinking to myself, why would I want to do this again? One day, I was sitting at Centennial Park watching the ducks. Then you could feed the ducks, right? And the voice said, why not? Why not come back? And I'm like, I was like, holy heck, why would I want to do it again? And then I had this warm feeling and going, you know what? Universe, if you want me back, take me back. I will come as many times as you feel that I need to be here. And it was at that moment, you know when you get that epiphany, it was at that moment that my life calmed down. Because I had struggled so much about death, right? There's a saying, confront death so you can live, or confront life so you can die. Which choice are you going to make? And I felt I was so concerned about coming back that I wasn't just being present and living the life and not worrying about what's going to happen. So I got still and I went, okay. So as I'm getting with Shirley, I then start picking up the book from Deepak Chopra's 7 Laws of Success, 7 spiritual laws of success. And I share that with you is because this book I read in this sanctuary starting Monell's. I was with Slice of Life Restaurant. I took them from bankruptcy to $1 million of sales in 1 year. I worked like a dog. You didn't have to tell me when to go home. You didn't have to tell me when to show up. You didn't have to tell me that your bank is off by 3 cents. I didn't sleep with employees. I didn't do drugs, all that stuff. And I got fired because I had nothing more to offer them. And I went, you know what? This is the only time that will happen in my life again. At that point, I said, I am going to rent umbrellas on the beach in Florida. I'm doing that with the water and no one else to tell me. Then I went to, not Panama City. What's the other redneck city, Riviera, they call it? No, not, there's so many of them. Anyway, no, it'll come to me because this is what gave me the inspiration. So let's say we went to Pensacola. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you. Pensacola. And I sat in this place. It was called the Hopkins House. And you sat down, and they had these big turning and the food, and it was an old house and people, and I was with Bill Monell at the time. Bill Monell was this tired queen from Cadiz, Kentucky, who was 300 pounds and cooked amazing. Fried chicken, squash casserole. In fact, he would bring me the food, and I would eat it in the parking lot because the vegetarian restaurant didn't have fried food, and I kind of had a little guilt trip going on there. So I would eat my fried chicken and squash casserole in the parking lot, and people were like, what the? It doesn't matter. It's the manager. He's going to be gone in a year anyway. It doesn't matter. I looked at him and I said, I'm going to do this. Do what? I said, Nashville needs this. I'm going to do it. And he's like, with what? I was unemployed, no savings account. I had 5 gold credit cards, pretty good credit at that time, and the 7 laws of prosperity and success. And what gave me the motivation is I ate on Gallatin Road in the Chinese restaurant that was so busy, they could barely speak English. They came over here and started a business, and I lived here, I was raised here, and I was going to be afraid to start a business in my own country. And that I looked at and I said, lead me, show me, and let me be it. So, intention and desire, and that was the case. I didn't know what we were going to open. I know that I was being called. And I'm going to give you 2 stories that made it my moment. In 91, I'm the youngest of 8, Catholic. Mom was hard of hearing. Dad would say, you want to go to bed or what? 8 kids later, here we are. It's an old Catholic joke. I got to throw something in there, keep you awake. If not, look at the coat. The coat will keep you there. One of my 3rd brothers down, Timothy, was in the Navy. He looked like Jesus Christ, red beard. You know, we have Italian, Irish, just. And I remember on a Saturday night, I was working at a country club. I was 17 at the time. And Miss Jane, who was the hostess there for 100 years, she was somewhere between, 80 and death. But I was feeling really uncomfortable. Something happened. My gut told me something's wrong. And I was so uncomfortable, I asked her to leave. I never leave, right? I'm always there early. I'm the last one to leave, never leave. And she says, anyway, so I pulled up we were living in Albuquerque at the time. I pulled up to the house. Now, what I need to go back with just a minute is to tell you, At this day, my sister, who was our creative one, was being kidnapped from the Mooney cult. My other sister, who's the smart one, kind of like the middle child, has all the secrets. That's why we keep her alive. She got worried for Suzanne, went to Boston, and they keep you up. You have to sell $1,000 a day in flowers and keep you on sugar high and all this stuff. We didn't know anything, but Michelle, her sister, said something's wrong here. And the letters that Suzanne was sending back were just not Suzanne, right? And so she looked into it and found, the Unification Church and what he's doing, and she put in motion to get her kidnapped, bring her back. I mean, she flew a woman in from Switzerland, and my sister at the time was 22. But she knew there was something wrong, and she said, this is not going to happen to my sister, right? Put the faith in her. So what they set up, this amazing plan was in Boston Logan Airport at the time. They had 2 sets of decoys. Suzanne, they never let in the Unification Church, not that I want to go into it, but they always have brothers and sisters. You can't even go to the bathroom without a sister And so when you travel, they were mainly in New York and Boston. When you travel, they have a family around you. Well, they happened to, 4 or 5 of them happened with Suzanne. But Suzanne had to go to the bathroom. And so Mom went with her because they flew my mother in to be a decoy. And at that point, they had people in the restroom grab her, run out the door, and then the second decoy came in where Mom came out with another person that kind of looked like Suzanne, until they walked down, until the people realized, holy heck, this isn't Suzanne. One thing led to another. But by that time, Suzanne was thrown in a van and she was being brought over to Massachusetts where we were going. Now, I got to take a step further to tell you we were all getting back there because my second brother, Miles, was getting married. So it was going to be the first time that my whole family was going to be together in 10 years. So we have a loony girl. In fact, you can still talk to Suzanne. She's phenomenal now, but she's a taco short of a platter. I mean, she'll look at you as you're having a conversation. That elevator's not going all the way. She just goes blank. Before, I took it personally. Now I'm just like, okay, 10, 9, 8. Oh, you're back? Okay, let's finish the conversation. So we have Mother, who's just a nervous wreck. Mom's Italian. Dad was Irish. I can hug you and yell at you at the same time. Suzanne's being transported to an apartment that has walled like mattresses around, because when you deprogram someone, they start going crazy, right? So they have to create this space that you're not banging your heads against the wall. All this stuff going on in little East Templeton, Massachusetts, and Otter River. We were always a problem family, but we brought it here this week. We came back home with people trying to find Suzanne. I mean, so I show up Saturday night, and I see my brother's car, and I'm thinking, this is not good at all. And I parked my car, and I could feel my body starting to tremble. Now, I'm 17, and I go to my brother and his first wife at the time, and I said, oh my God, what happened to Suzanne? He says, it's not Suzanne, it's your brother Tim. He was just killed in a car accident. What? What? We need you to pack up your stuff, because you and I have to fly to California tomorrow to identify the body. Because my brother, who is getting married, which Tim was going to be his best man, was already in Massachusetts getting ready for a wedding. So the only 2 family members that were close were me and my brother. And I'm thinking, this is the moment. We go to the house in Albuquerque. You're in this emotional state. I'm worried about my mother. They had to give her tranquilizers. I'm worried about Suzanne, who's maybe flipping out somewhere. I'm thinking my brother's wedding, and I'm like, why? And so you go through all this. But I remember laying on the couch, sleeping, and this warmth came over me like I have never experienced before. And I was like, what the? And I opened up, and there he sat at my foot of my brother. I am well. Never mourned, never got emotional, but I was like, something clicked, right? There was a soul to soul, maybe, whatever it is. 17 at the time, didn't know what the heck. Okay. The next day, I remember saying, I really don't want to go there. And then one of his ships pulled in, one of his good friends was able to go, so we didn't have to go identify the body, right? All these little successes. It's coming for a reason. That was my moment, because when I arrived in Massachusetts, my sister was in an apartment, my mother was in the hospital, and we got ready and had the funeral in this little church that I was the altar boy. Had the funeral on Wednesday, the wedding on Friday. I was back home on Monday. Life started again. Wednesday, they didn't know what was happening. I know that Wednesday, when we came to Friday, were the same people that showed up crying to celebrate. Now this time, my brother, who was very, very close to Tim, the one that was getting married, was absolutely devastated, but had to go on, the wedding, right? In the midst, and of course I'm singing I always sing for the weddings. I'm upstairs, and they said, these people, Moonies, are coming down from New York. They will steal your sister. They will do whatever it takes. Be aware and look for sneakers or, tennis shoes. So, of course, I'm up there singing Ave Maria, looking over, Ave Maria, and then they started coming. There was 46 of them in this little sanctuary. We had to get the state plea. They had stolen 7 cars from New York, crossed over, right, the different state lines, looking for her. One thing, again, I'm up singing the second song when the state troopers are arriving, pulling them out of the church. And I'm thinking to myself, what is happening? That night, we have the reception with state troopers all the way around. They had arrested them. Sunday, I had a chance to rest with my sister. They had brought my sister back, and there was my sister. All this, I was thinking, oh my God, I have to be delicate. We laid together, I held her, and she was back as best she could, because the death of one person pulled the family all back together, right? She snapped out of her deprogramming because the emotion of losing a family member was so severe that it pulled her back in. All this happening, right? So it was a gamut. So that was a moment for me to begin to understand the power of connection, the power of community, the power of love. I'm going to bring you back to 95. I'm sitting in the office, telephone rings. Michael, it's Peggy Jones. Peggy Jones was my banker from First American. Do you remember First American? It's now Regions, like 10 names ago, Regions. Peggy would call me when my checks were bouncing, okay, which was every day. She called me this particular time. We had been renovating the Monells. Again, we bought the Monells with no money, unemployed, no savings account. I'm looking through the book of 7 laws. I think I was on law 4, and after we closed, oh my God, what now do I do? She said, you're going to be $10,000 overdrawn. Okay. She said, I have to have the money in by 3:30, or else I have to send the checks. During this process, I always prayed, please God, give me the strength to always pay my people. It's not about me, it's not about my emotions. Make sure my people are taken care of. It was as scary as it is to do something like I did. Didn't know any better, but I was very emotional, and I hung up the phone, and I remember the pressure coming on me, and I just cried. I just wept. I've never wept like this before. I just could not do it anymore. And then I got pissed. I said, you brought me this far, and what? And then I surrendered completely. I went, all I am is a signature on the universe's checkbook. You want this paid? You find a way. I'm going to go through, and again, I was reading that the law is going to happen whether you tune into it or not. Ask what you need, get out of the way. It's not up to you to decide where and how it's supposed to come. It's your decision or your duty to understand that what you want, it comes. Not in your terms, it'll come when you are ready to receive. So I remember going, you know what? Here it is. This is the day. I am not going to worry about this bad boy. So I went downstairs, started the day. Lunchtime, we were eating outside. Bill and I, probably, I don't know, bologna sandwich. And one of the ladies walked up. She's from the Assumption Church. They had just located the pipe organ that was some closet in Iowa, some barn in Iowa, the original pipe organ for the Assumption Church. She's the organist. They need to put it in. We understand that you do catering. Can you cater for this event? Sure, sure. And I'm listing stuffed mushroom caps and all this stuff. And chefs look at, we didn't even have a kitchen. We didn't even have a toilet. This house was being renovated. And he's like, what do you come? Oh, love it, love it. She says, I'm going to write you a check today. Be a deposit. And I say, like, when do you need it? She says, you're going to love this line. She says, not for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, but I need to get it off because I am the test marketer for Viagra. Now, if you saw her, she's 5'2". I didn't know what Viagra was. Years later, every time I see her, I'm like, and how did you test market this pill? You know, you're always smiling. What's this about? I said, okay. She says, I'll let you know. All good. Here it is. Here's the check she left. I opened the check, $4,000. And this warrant came. It was like, yeah, this stuff works. Mailman came, went up to the mailbox, had a stack of bills. One of them was from the insurance company. I said, oh my God, they've stopped my insurance because I would pay for the mortgage first. I would pay for the bills second, and somewhere third or fourth, I'd pay the insurance, you know. I opened up the check, opened up the envelope, a check for $5,962 and blah, 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 blah. This had come from when we were broken into a month ago someone came, broke in, stole all the equipment, all the tools. I mean, they just had a field day, right? When I got in, of course, I'm just seething of what, how, why? That was a month ago. The check comes at this moment, and at 3:30, I deposited $10,164. And I looked at her, Miss Peggy Jones, and she looked at me, and I said, this point forward, this is my moment. This point forward, I will never worry about the abundance of the universe again. So I share that with you for a strong reason. You have your moments. This is your moment. You have everything that goes on, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. Life is going to continue, right? Let it continue. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be spiritually connected. You don't have to understand the psychic of the physics of eternal life. All you have to do is be. This is your spiritual playground. You are connected to God, which is be still and know that I am being God. I am. You're connected. Perhaps this is your playground to play. Perhaps this is for you to experience what emotions are, for you to experience love, defeat, success, pain. Maybe this is your playground, and so instead of fighting it, allow yourself. You're not going to be perfect. You're not supposed to. When you learn this physics stuff, why would you want to be here? If you learn it, you're going to be flying somewhere else. So if you're here, there's a reason for it. Your job is not complete. It took one person in billions. How many billions of people in this world today, and you're still here? No one has your set of eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ability. No one. All the billions of people, here you are. If you're here, there's a reason. If there's a reason, while you're still here, you haven't finished what only you can do. That is your purpose. But here is your moment. This is the moment. This is the day when I let all my fears and doubts go along the way. Give me this moment, this special day. I'll challenge up my... Let me, hold on just a minute. At least you got, it's emotional, and now I'm in a whole nother world. It's the jacket, see? Yes. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to be emotional here. And poor Denise is looking at this going, oh my God. Take two, right? It's really a great song once you get it. Here we go. Sorry, I thought I memorized it. It's a problem I have. I freak out like I can't remember. This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on the way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. It's here and now, today. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give us this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up the past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine, for all that I live for, become mine. For all these years, I faced the world alone. The time has come for me to prove to them I've faced it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny baked, I never reckon second best. I won't give up, I won't give in. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of I will always recall, moment for moment. This is the moment of them One of those things. Mwah. I think you're right. Thank you.
Oh, Michael, that was beautiful. Thank you for your message. Thank you for sharing so authentically and reminding us of the opportunity to connect in community, and that this is the moment. And I affirm that Neil was able to edit on the spot. So Rev D will never know, never know. It is now time for us to give back. And so I ask the ushers to come forward. If you are giving in person, hold that offering in your hand, put your blessing and intention to that. And if you're giving online or through regular mail, we welcome that as well. But you are welcome to just wave your energy across the basket as we give back. And I want to just offer our affirmation: divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Blessings.
How do you follow that? Well, that was a beautiful message. Thank you for sharing that. And this is another song. You mentioned the water, the still water. Along that theme, this is a song I wrote with my friend Mary Sue England called Ripples in the Water, about how the things that we do affect other people. Sometimes we know about it and sometimes we don't. But they do affect others. And I'm so excited to sing this with my soul sister, Lisa, here. I feel you breathe. I hear you sing. I dance, you smile. Love stays a while. I thirst, you feed. I give, you need. I fall, you rise. We share the tide. Oh, rivers in the water in the deep blue sea, flowing all together as a family, rolling with the tide, blowing in the wind. Give a kind word and get it back again. Show a little love, shine a little light, takes a little darkness out of the night. Everything we do flows into one another, just ripples in the water. I pull you frame, I pull you frame, then drift away, I grieve, you cry, I grieve, you cry, I pray you fly high. Oh, ripples in the water in the deep blue sea, flowing all together as a family, rolling with the tide, blowing in the wind. Give a kind word and get it back again. Show a little love, shine a little light, takes a little darkness out of the night. Everything we do flows into one another, like ripples in the water. You may not know my name, but we all feel the same. With one toss of a stone, ripples in the water in the deep blue sea, blowing all together as a family, rolling with the tide, blowing in the wind. Give a kind word and get it back again. Show a little love, shine a little light, takes a little darkness out of the night. Everything we do flows into one another, like ripples in the water. Yeah, all God's children, all His sons and daughters, are like ripples in the water. Thank you. Thank you.
Sonia Lee,
Thank you so much.
and our duo is called Butterfly.
Sonia Lee, ladies and gentlemen, Sonia. Beautiful. Lisa, thank you. Lisa has just taken over, and thank you for the incredible 10 o'clock and today. Beautiful voice. Where's the money? What, you think we stop? I wanted to do, open up your wallet and feel the God's Spirit come through this. But I'll take you, my friend. So we are excited and we welcome these gifts, not because it's money, it's because you gave it with intention. Intention's more important than money. God doesn't need your money. He just wants you to believe. So we are great and excited to pull this so that we can bring this through, send it out to the world. What is it? Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So that is the law, right? Let's sing the I give my hands to service and then we'll close, because we were supposed to do that and we didn't. So sorry, guys. No wonder why you're looking at me. And don't worry, Marcia. It'll be okay. Give me I give my hands.
Oh,
Listen, Reverend D, she's eating beignets and whiskey, so she won't see this thing until she comes back. What's the...
I'm going to wing this, because I don't know
I give
it.
my hands in service. I give my hands in service. I open my heart to love. For when I count my blessings, they outnumber the stars above. Just choose the note, it doesn't matter. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. You are with me, come what may. And in gratitude, I give to you the best of me today. The best of me today. Let's stand up, grab some hands, and let's get out of this place. Come on in. Let's do the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the
surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have a great week. Yeah. Oh, just...